Hey, I'm not a vlogger, an influencer, or a podcaster. There are no ads, sponsors, or endorsements on any of this. The views, clicks, and impressions on this content have no bearing on my life. I am not a business. I'm not trying to sell you anything. This is just an academic exercise. Next, we're going to discuss something fun that I ran into, which were these iris art stores. They're all over the place. This picture, this one here, is in Melbourne, Australia at Victoria Market. This other one is in downtown DC. I found several others, including some located by the Pentagon and other military installations. You might be asking yourself, what is the problem? So what? Iris art, it's a ripoff. I don't care, or I love it and it's awesome. Here's the problem. What people don't realize is the business models, from my analysis, prove to be less than sustainable. Let's do a little back of the envelope calculation, or back of the napkin, whatever you want to call it. In DC, you're getting charged for the kind of retail space that this place had. You're getting charged at least $50 per square foot per year. From what I saw in the store when I was peeking in the window, it looked like it was at least 2,000 square feet. You were looking at $8,333 a month just in rent. Then employees, this place was open about 55 hours a week. I saw that there are about 2 employees, but I'm thinking since an employee isn't going to work the full 56 hours or 40, you probably need 2.5 employees. 2.5 employees at a base rate of about $20 an hour in DC makes it about $11,000 a month to pay for your employees. Insurance and materials, I ballparked that out to be about $5,000. So you're looking at about $24,333 or $24,000 a month just in base expenses for one of these things. Then the average customer spend, based on what I was able to look at the price sheet, which would be anywhere from $50 to $400, I put it at just about $225. You would need an average of 108 customers a month, or 3.5 customers a day, spending $225 each on average, just to break even. And that is on my very conservative calculation. So I started asking myself, all right, I'll sit out here for an hour. So I sat outside of each of these, but both of this is me doing it. I sat outside Victoria Market watching how many people went up. I sat for a little over an hour, maybe hour and a half or so in each one of these things. I didn't see anybody. And this is in one of the busy weekends, just kind of looking at, well, DC it was a weekday, Melbourne was a weekend. I didn't really see anyone there, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they're getting the 3.5 customers per day. Even if they do have the 3.5 customers per day, they're breaking even. This business model isn't quite sustainable. I started asking myself, why would someone run this, or how can they make ends meet? I started thinking that if you're collecting iris data, who would be willing to buy iris data from you? Who is a company that makes their money off of providing accurate iris information and verification of accurate iris information? Yep, you guessed it, these guys. Now I want to make sure that I'm clear. I'm not saying that this is what they're doing. This is something that I am proposing is possible and potential, and something that you should take into account when giving up your iris to a big company or a small little mom and pop art shop. Just because your iris right now is not used for a password at a bank, at a port of entry or something, doesn't mean that it's not going to be used. Look at all of these different biometric collection or facial recognition or whatever the heck you want to call it, technologies that are being used just to go in and out of airports. Pretty soon, I think we're doing away with boarding passes altogether. We're going to cover this more in my episode about my latest trip to the airport. I took an international trip, crazy stuff here. But consider this when you're going to these stores. You are giving up what is potentially your future bank password, your future boarding pass, to a company whose business model doesn't appear to be sustainable based on my independent research. Take that into consideration. Also take into consideration that many of these locations are at, I don't know, the Pentagon, downtown DC, other major military installations. Just take that into consideration. I don't know what's going on here, but you should be aware. Would you like more details on how I handle this? Well, give me a call, because obviously you probably know me. That's why you're here.